All right. If Downton Abbey and Dynasty had a baby, it would be my author's next book, The Flatteries of Nodnol. Okay. That's just what I'm saying. I'm glad that you're here. And I hope that I got your attention because Paul Westlake is this genius writer who came up with this baby. Welcome, Paul. I'm glad that you're here today.
Thank you, Suzanne, for having me on the show. I've been genius a little bit much, but I will take it. Thank you very much. I'm
Well,
genius any day of the week.
you actually described it as that way. You know,
I
the
did that,
combination of Downton Abbey and Dynasty, and I
yeah.
can't wait to dive in. Would you share more about this because it's a very British book?
It's very British. It's a very British story. It's lies, betrayal, ultimately murder. So lies and betrayal. This when the Disney angle comes into it. I'll give you a quick basic of the plot. Lord Donald Flattery, sadly passed away. His son, Lord Stephen, now truly believes that he will now inherit everything, the money, the house, everything, so he can live his life happily. What he fails to realise that the day after, he found out the day after his father died, his father has been swindled out of all the money. He's nothing left. Not only that, his father got him to stand guarantor for a loan, which he didn't realise. Lord Stephen now, as well as his own gambling debts, he now owes over £10.5 million or English pounds, and he has no way of paying it back.
Oh my gosh!
Except there is one way. His accountant tells him, if you are the sole beneficiary of your late father's will, you can sell the house, Nodnol Hall, all the contents of the land. There'll be enough there, pay off the debts, live your life again.
Okay.
Seems okay, but again, there's another twist to this. He has other relatives like his Aunt Cynthia, who absolutely hates his guts, and there's no way she's going to help him out. So he's a desperate man.
Sounds like she's got to go, right?
She has got to go, and he can't do it himself. So he's only got one friend in the world. That's his Lord Butler. His butler Hodson. So Hodson will step in. Will he save the day? Well, I can't reveal that just yet. All right, but that's the basis of the plot.
Where did this whole book idea, where did this plot come from?
Well, I don't know if I don't what happens over America, but over here we have these films made back in the early 1950s, late 60s, that sort of era. Films were called Ealing, and they were known as Ealing comedies. They were all black and white films, and also all very British. As I was a youngster, I grew up with these sort of films, and it's sort of like, well, one day maybe I'll look like a modern day version. Obviously, I bring it up to date. That sort of style. They were very British films. They made the 50s and 60s, and normally they're good fun to watch. So basically, it stemmed from there.
Mostly mysteries, though.
Yeah, a lot of mysteries. There were a lot of mysteries. Crime thrillers, comedy crime thrillers. That's what they were. A lot of them were.
I think of comedy. I think of Benny Hill, and
I
don't know. Slapwit. Yeah. So
yeah.
What other novels do you have lined up? What's on the plate for Paul Westlake, writing wise?
There's actually I've got a romantic comedy also out at the minute. That's called The Guy Man and Woman. That's been out about a year.
Okay.
What's
that about? Yes.
I'll give you Man meets girl on the internet. Believes she's a special one.
Okay.
So from England, he flies to Africa. He flies to Ghana to meet her. He gets stood up. She doesn't show. But while he's over there, he meets a local girl. When he comes back to him, he agrees to talk to the little girl he's met. But when he comes back to England, he's got a major surprise waiting for him. And so I'm not saying anymore. He's got the shock of his life when he comes back to England.
You are such a tease.
Well, I've got to try and sell these things.
So tell me about yourself. How did you get into writing? And why did these particular shows growing up have such an influence on you?
I said these films they're part of our childhood. I believe it was like a Monday tea time you call supper time, I believe.
Okay.
Sunday afternoon films are always on certain channels. If there's nothing else to watch, you would probably flip the channel, right, oh, there's these films on. So it'd always stick in your mind. After I had to have them for many years, you know.
And they're nostalgic to you, I imagine, right? They meant something as a
Ways,
child to you. Yeah.
in some ways, they are very nostalgic. People my age group, I think a lot will say the same thing. You know, we'll all remember these sort of films.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Who
good.
were some?
Yeah, oh, sorry.
No, who were some of your writing influences? What made an impression on you?
As a child, and it's probably still days, but probably the biggest one was Kipling, Roger Kipling.
Mm-hmm.
As I was about what, 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
The Just Sold stories. I've still got a copy of that. I've got a copy just over there of those over Just Sold. The Elephant's Nose, things like that. Also, he also wrote a fantastic called The Man Who Would Be King, which became the only movie which starred Connery and Michael Caine. If you ever get a chance to watch this film, you'll love it. It's absolutely amazing. The story is amazing.
Yeah.
It really, I recommend it to anyone. I really would.
Who piqued your interest? Was it a parent in reading? Who got you started in that?
God, well, writing something I've always. I'll tell you a story. When I was about 7, 8 years old, a long time ago now, I was at home with the rest of the family, and I was being a pain. It was raining. I was being an absolute nuisance. I really was. But my little mother, instead of actually punishing me as such, which she normally do, like get in the bed, you know, she's grabbed me out. Said, right, she got me a pen and paper. She sat me down on our stairway and said, right, write a story. I'm looking at her. What are you talking about? Write a story. So I did. And it sort of stemmed from there. She must have seen something. I did. Obviously, I was a child at the time. I didn't see, but she saw it. I'm sort of grateful for it, like, you know.
The eternal punishment that keeps giving, that you're grateful for, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I know that family is very important to you. You talk about your mom. I can see it in your heart and your eyes, how much family means to you. Let's talk about that.
Sadly, my parents are both no longer here. But growing up, I was very close to mother. Not so much to father at first. But, I became close to my dad about 20 years ago when I joined the British Royal Navy. But he liked that, you know. That's something that he was really proud of. And we came very close towards. Of course, he died about 6 years ago now. So, yeah, it were strong in my upbringing. Yeah, both of them in different ways, very different ways. Dad was very, very strict. Mum was always she was strict, but she was the loving one. If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You got the best of both.
I think in some ways I think that.
Yeah. Paul, we've got the information on the screen. It is the Flatteries of Nodnol. Any final thoughts that you want to share about your book?
Buy it. It's brilliant. You'll love it.
Buy it and review it. It's important to review these books, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, definitely. If you leave a nice review on Amazon, I should be eternally grateful.
I think you said it best.
I love it. If you look at laugh, if you look a story with a big twist in the tail at the end, you'll buy this. You'll love it. Trust me.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Have a great day. Take care.
And take care of yourself.